Hi everyone, it's me, Dan Montenegro from Westlake Medical Center. As we celebrate World Health Awareness Month, welcome to the first episode of METime. And we invited guest expert para mas maintindihan pa natin ang topic natin ngayong araw, which is stress. Na alam ko naman na nararanasan mo o ng bawat isa sa atin na ang stress ay minsan yung tipong nakapaglinis na tayo ng buong bahay, nakapaglaba dahil sa stress, nakapanood ng K-drama buong araw dahil sa stress, at higit sa lahat, yung mga nasa add to cart mo, na-check out mo na online, na tipong wala ka ng panchicha. Basta mabili mo lang yung gusto mo dahil sa stress. Kaya naman wag na nating patagalin pa. At ito na nga ang ating expert na in-invite namin, isang malapit sa field of human psychology. At bukod sa lahat sa pagiging practicing and psychometrician, marami na rin siyang nasulat na mga research. At siya ang ating unang guest ngayon sa METime, walang iba kundi si Dr. Teresa Mangigadchu. Palakpakan naman natin.
Hi, good afternoon, Dan. Good afternoon sa inyong lahat. I would like to thank the entire staff and management of Mount Grace Hospital for this invitation. And thank you for making me a part of your METime.
We are very happy to have you here sa unang episode. Kaya naman, Doc, hindi ko na patatagalin pa. Ano nga po ba ang stress?
I would say, ang stress, yan ngayon ang pinaka matunog na word ngayong pandemic. Everybody's saying I'm under stress. But see, when we speak of stress, it is more of a state or a condition whereby a person feels some psychological, emotional, some physical impact, which are byproducts of threatening and demanding situations, which are usually externals. We call them externals and we call them triggers. Stress, as we would say, it may be manifested in different forms. And it could also range from just one day, it could be just a week, or it can be prolonged. So it is actually running within a continuum, as so to speak.
Okay, Doc. Alam ko, Doc, na ang stress talaga ay depende sa response ng ating katawan. So kaya naman, meron kaming mga question from other hospitals, about stress. So ito yung unang question from Ciudad Medical Zamboanga.
Can stress be both good or bad?
Well, first and foremost, my answer to that is anything that is in moderation is okay. But everything that is done in excess of what is moderate, of course, would have a long-term impact. So if a person doesn't get stressed, it means to say also that the person doesn't move. Isn't it that when a person gets stressed, when you are faced with a situation, that's the time when you become so dynamic, you begin to strategize, you begin to think of solutions, you begin to think of some situations that will at least divert you from the situation. So the person begins to think, the person becomes creative, I would say. But when it gets prolonged, when the person can no longer sleep, when the person has already some physical manifestations of fatigue, demotivation, and it's already prolonged, that is the problem that we have to address. That's the time when stress is already having a bad impact on the person.
Paano, Doc, yung nai-stress dahil di pinansin ni crush?
Ay, yung stress na yan.
Ay, ba?
Gusto ko yung tanong na yan. Pag yan ay naka-apekto emotionally at di na siya pinapatulog, stress na rin yan.
Stress na rin pala yun. Yung mga simple na gano'n, stress na rin yun.
Sa ibang tao, ang ibang simpleng bagay ay sasabihin natin, bakit na-stress siya? Simpleng bagay lang naman yun. There are situations when we react that way. But, persons have different levels of threshold. And also we have different levels of adjustment. Because, of course, we have different backgrounds. We grew up differently. We grew up in different situations. So we to react to things differently and react to situations differently. Kaya minsan mahirap sabihin na napakasimpleng bagay lang yan. Dapat huwag mo yung pansinin, hindi naman yan nakaka-stress. So lagi nating tatandaan, what could be stressful to one person may not necessarily be stressful to another.
O yun na, mga me-timers, narinig nyo naman si Doc. So ito Doc, ang next question natin is from Capitol Medical Center in Quezon City.
Nararamdaman ba sa katawan ang stress?
Oh, yes. Stress has a very big impact on our body because our body produces adrenaline when we are under stress. You know, like for example, no, like sinasabi nga natin yung fight or flight. That is the reaction of the body towards stress. For example, pag may isang bagay na nakaka-apekto sa'yo, halimbawa, mabigat na trabaho, pag yan sobrang bigat na, tapos hindi ka na nakakatulog dahil iniisip mo siya parati. Tapos gusto mo magising ng maaga, 3 oras na lang tulog mo, tapos hindi ka na makakain, minsan wala ka ng time makipag-usap sa iba, mga physical manifestations ito ng stress. Slowly, you are veering away from the very good situations of life. Yun, nagkakaproblema ka na physically sa stress, psychologically, emotionally. When these burdens go together, then you know exactly what I mean, that there is totally an impact to the person.
So yun ang ka-me-timers, no? Ang ating mga natutunan ngayon sa first episode na sinabi ni Dr. E. Una na dyan is what's too much within moderation ay masama. Second, let's recognize na ang bawat isa ay may iba't ibang stress threshold, no? And 3, we recognize it through our physiological, emotional, and psychological manifestation.
Tama, Dan, no? I agree with you. So, dapat yan ang tatandaan natin. Kung makakaramdam na tayo na sobra na to, dapat gumawa na tayo ng diversion natin. So, ano yung possible? Call a friend. Pwede kang manood ng K-drama. So, things of different kinds that will relieve you from the situation where you are. Yan yung tinatawag nilang stop and do self-care.
Alright, Doc. So maraming salamat, Doc, sa iyong tips sa ating mga me-timers na nanonood ngayon. So kayo mga me-timers, kung nai-stress kayo, sana naman nakuha nyo yung mga tips na binanggit ni Doc na ang stress ay pwedeng i-divert sa kung saan ka may komportable na gawin. So first episode pa lang, ang dami na nating takeaway na about stress, kung paano natin i-divert yung ating stress sa mga magagandang bagay. So may mga questions pa kami from our partner hospitals in the Mount-Based Network. Sasagutin natin yan sa next episode. So see you again mga ka-me-timers!
When the person begins to be so demotivated, when there's fatigue, when the person feels that there's no reason to get up and do something, when that person loses that sense of purpose in doing something, yan na yung tinatawag nating burnout.